If you missed last week's video, I talked about my 5 worst performing videos on my channel, and today we're going to be looking at the 5 top performing videos. These are the videos that have had the highest views, the highest retention rate on my channel in the past 365 days, and we're going to be delving into why I think they have performed the best and why you should watch them too. If you're new here, I'm Kim. I help therapists in private practice with their business systems and processes, getting them confident with admin and reducing tech overwhelm. So if that is you, welcome. This isn't my usual type of video. We're going to jump straight into my computer now so that we can take a look at these videos and see why I think they're performing the best. So I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch a little bit of the videos from each of the top 5. When I share my screen, it's going to show the most popular of all time, but I have done a report to show you the top 5 in the last year, because that's what I wanted to measure, like what's been popular this year. So I'm going to share my screen and take you through the top 5. So in 5th position is what Power Diary can do for a private therapy practice, overview and tutorial. Now this video was uploaded on the 1st of June 2022. That was before I definitely started getting really consistent with YouTube, and it's really bad quality, but it's still in the top 5. So I'll show you a little bit of it and then I'll tell you why I think it's in the top 5. This video will give you a behind the scenes look at Power Diary. Power Diary is an electronic health record system and it's perfect for therapists in private practice. It can manage your appointments, you can create invoices and accept online payments, you can safely store your client information, contacts and appointment notes, and lots more great stuff. I recommend Power Diary to all of my clients and I'm a proud affiliate for them. Let's jump in and take a look. Okay, first of all, that is so cringy to watch. Like, I was definitely reading, like, I don't know if it was a teleprompter, I don't know what I had on my screen, but I was 100% reading something. So it was so unnatural, so like doesn't sound like me at all. And it was literally the first video I'd ever recorded, and I definitely did not have anywhere near the confidence on video that I have now. And it definitely goes to show that practice and actually doing something is the only way you're going to get better at it. I could have watched videos till the cows came home about how to make YouTube videos, how to record videos, and I just never would have got any better. So just see that as a testament to actually putting in the work. So the reason I think this is still doing well, even though it's awful to me, is that Power Diary is a really popular EHR platform. Thousands of people use it, therapists and physiotherapists, like loads of different types of kind of healthcare professionals. But there are no videos about Power Diary on YouTube. So doing a tutorial, viewing a behind the scenes, they're always going to do well. And definitely something I want to do more of is more kind of Power Diary videos. I did an updated tutorial, which also did really well. It's nowhere near the top 5, but that's because people clearly like this video, so the algorithm pushes it out more. And also people also like when videos are popular. So if they searched for like Power Diary tutorial or something like that, and they saw any videos that came up, this one would be the most popular, has the most amount of views. So people trust it more because of the views. So although the new one, in my opinion, is better, it definitely shows different. I haven't just done like another tutorial exactly the same. I think the new one was about how to onboard a client. So it's a specific task that we do. And I'll definitely do more kind of Power Diary videos and Power Diary tutorials. But that's why I think it's done well this year, is based on just previous metrics and the fact that it's been up so long as well. And although it has been up a long time, it's actually not out of date. They have made updates, but nothing major. Like somebody would look at Power Diary and then look at that tutorial and it would still look the same. Okay, so let's have a look at the second one. The 4th most popular video is how Google Workspace can help your private therapy practice management for £5 per month. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you why Google Workspace is the #1 system that I recommend for therapists in private practice, especially when you're first starting out. But it can be used by therapists even if you have up to around 10 to 15 clients. If you have more than that, I would suggest adding an EHR on top, and I'll talk more about EHRs in a few weeks. Before I jump into all of my reasons why Google Workspace is the #1 system for you, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists get online, get confident with admin, and reduce tech overwhelm. And I would just like to quickly interrupt this video and just say, the reason I recommend Google Workspace is because you really can run your whole practice with this one system. Okay, so this video was uploaded at the end of September 2022, so it's quite an old video as well. It was probably one of my first videos where I started getting really consistent with YouTube. The reason I think this has done well is that Google Workspace is really popular platform. You know, over 2 billion businesses use Google Workspace, and the price of it, so I said you could run your whole practice for £5 a month, so that would also be quite appealing. It doesn't matter where you live in the world, you can use Google Workspace to run your private practice, so that helps. Like I talked about in last week's video with my worst performing videos, only 15% of my audience is UK based, so when I do a video that's not specific to UK people, UK therapists, it's going to do better. So I think that's why this one has done well, is because therapists do want a way to manage their admin more effectively, and they want it to be cost effective too. So I do think that's why it has done well. It is still funny, like watching ones back right at the beginning, because like my editing has definitely improved, like everything has improved, which is great. It's really great to look back and be like, oh, okay, like that wasn't so good, but actually it's still really popular. So, you know, it's good for me, but clearly any kind of audience that are watching it don't really care so much because it has got the most views. Okay, let's go to the third most popular video. So the third most popular video in the last 365 days is starting a private therapy practice from scratch, 6 steps to start a private. Today we're going to be talking about starting a private practice from scratch. One assumption I'm going to make is that you've already done all of your training and anything that you need to do to become a psychotherapist, counsellor, as this isn't something that I know much about, and it's definitely not my expertise. So I'm going to be taking you through a list of things that you should do when you're starting any business really, but obviously I'm talking to therapists in private practice. So the steps you'll take to set up your private practice so that you can start seeing clients. Before we jump into all the steps, okay, so this one was uploaded on the 1st of February 2023. And again, this one is actually UK related because I talk about the six steps to start a private practice, but that is in the UK. So I talk about choosing a legal structure, and then I talk about the difference between a sole trader and a limited company. And those are different in like America, for example. But I do kind of preface that at the beginning of the video and say that the steps are still the same in kind of any country you live in, but I'm talking specifically to UK. So my argument kind of goes out the window when I say whenever I make something UK based, it doesn't do very well. But I just think the title of this video has made it had a lot of views. And possibly the amount of time people are staying watching the video won't have been as long. So maybe they clicked on it thinking, yes, like 6 steps to start a private practice, that's something I need. And then realized that I speak in an English accent, a UK, accent, and that this video is specific to UK, so they don't stay around very long. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at that stats of how long people have watched the video for. I do think the video is good for anybody anywhere because I do think the steps would be very similar, but it is definitely UK based. So my assumption is that the title has got people clicking on it, but the amount of time people have watched it for isn't very long. I could be completely wrong about that and people have watched it to the end. I do just think it's a popular video. So many people would be searching how to start a private practice. If I did that and some kind of keyword thing, it would be really high up there. Like how to start a private practice would be like really high. I also have a blog that talks about the same thing, and that did really well too. Loads of people clicked on my website through that, and I really think that helped the SEO of my website as well. So I just think it was a good title. And yeah, maybe I'm wrong about how long people watched it for, but maybe I can put on the screen after. I can have a look at that and put on the screen like what the average view duration was. and see if that's kind of good or bad. Okay, so let's have a look at the second most popular video in the last 365 days. So the second most popular video is actually my second most popular video, and it's how to create SOPs, which are standard operating procedures in private practice. And it also says Google Docs SOP tutorial. In today's shorty tutorial episode, I'm going to be talking you through how you can create an SOP, which is a standard operating procedure document within Google Drive using Google Docs. I'm going to be giving you a short tutorial on Google Docs and some of the features that you can use to make things really easy for yourself when you are creating SOPs. If you'd like to know more about SOPs and why it's important to create them for your private practice, I'll link to another video that I did recently talking to you all about that. Just quickly, for those of you who want to write in, so if you click up here, you can find a load of different fonts here, and you just select the one that you like the look of. I like using this one here, center, and I'm just going to make that quite a bit bigger. I'm going to do the same to each of the headings. So I'm going to update the first one. Okay, so this one was uploaded on the 18th of January 2023, and it's a really short tutorial video, which is why I think it did well. So it was under 10 minutes, which I don't really know. The average of my videos are definitely more than that. I would say they're around, I don't know, 12 to 15 minutes, probably more on the latter end of that. Like mine are usually pretty long. And also it's a tutorial. So my tutorial videos always do really well. Whenever I am sharing my screen and showing something, those videos perform the best, and I definitely should do more of them. And if I'm looking at, you know, my analytics and stuff, which I should be doing more of if I had time, then I should definitely do more of that, because that's what people want to see. And, you know, I talk about reducing tech overwhelm. It's a very big part of what I do in my business and for my clients. So I should definitely be showing more of that to help reduce tech overwhelm. So that is something I'm definitely going to do more of, you know, going forward once I've had a look at all this. That's been really helpful for me. I don't know specifically why SOPs and this video has done really well. I didn't think that standard operating procedures would be a really like sexy subject, or like a subject that people really want to gravitate to. But it definitely is, because it's my second popular video on my channel of all time, and also it was the second most popular video of the last 365 days. So there's obviously something about it that has intrigued people. What that is, I don't know, but I would definitely recommend checking it out, because I do talk about different SOPs that you would want in your private practice, and also gives I suppose it does also give a tutorial of Google Docs. So if people want to know more about how to use Google Docs, they could use the tutorial, and not specifically for SOPs. So I teach you how to use headers and how to create a contents table and stuff like that. So it's definitely a very useful video. Okay, so now it's time to have a look at my number one, my top performing video of all time, and also in the last 365 days. And that is Sole Trader Bookkeeping in Private Therapy Practice, UK Self-Assessment, Private Practice Accounts. Okay, so great title. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about bookkeeping in private practice and how you can process your revenue and your expenses on a month-by-month basis. I'm going to be using my Sole Trader Bookkeeping template, which you can download from my website, to show you how you can do this. If you're interested in purchasing that, you can head to the link in the description. So what we're going to do is jump into my computer so I can show you how to do this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you can actually do your bookkeeping on a monthly basis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that using my Sole Trader Bookkeeping template. Okay, so this was uploaded the 28th of April 2022. So again, a very early video, and it was also filmed purely with my webcam like this. So I hadn't even started using like my phone or a camera for the videoing. I was just doing it on the computer. It was something I felt really comfortable doing. I remember I wanted to do tutorial videos to start with because I felt really comfortable showing people how to do stuff. That is something I'm really good at, is understanding systems, but also being able to teach it in a way that is really helpful to people. So I felt really comfortable. And I remember I think I was doing a coaching call with Tamara, and it was like in a group coaching call. And she asked me
like, how could I get started? Like, it was before, you know, when I was talking for months and months and months about wanting to do YouTube, and somebody said, you know, well, how could you get started? And I knew that I would be able to do tutorials, and that would be a really great way for me to get started and feel kind of comfortable in front of the camera, because I'd be in a little circle and I would just be showing people, you know, whatever I was showing them. That's why I started with tutorials. So why has this done so well? So again, it says UK in there, but I think that even if you don't want to learn about admin in private practice or anything like that, you still have to do bookkeeping. You have to do your self-assessment. Now, yes, you can of course get an accountant to do that, but that's really expensive. So when you're first starting out in private practice, it's something you're going to probably do yourself, even if you're not super comfortable with finances. So I think that's why it's been so popular. I also think it's popular because I'm showing a specific like tutorial. Yes, it's of my template, but the reason I did that is because anybody could have copied that. Anybody could create that themselves. It doesn't have to be as fancy as mine, where things get pulled in from other tabs. You could just create this yourself as a one pager, or even copy the tabs but just kind of manually do it. So there is a way to get around it without buying mine. But my template, the Sole Trader bookkeeping template, which I have now done in euros as well as pounds and in dollars. So that is my most popular template, and it gets bought every single month. So I wouldn't say it gets bought like every day or every week, but it definitely gets bought every single month. And I think that the reason people buy it is because they see this video. So I give them a behind the scenes look, I give them a full tutorial before they buy it, and I think that really helps. I also have that on the medical insurance templates, which was in one of the worst performing videos, and I don't have one on the invoicing templates. Somebody actually asked me if they could watch a video tutorial of my invoicing template, so maybe that's something I need to create. So why has this been the most popular? Well, firstly, it's one of the oldest videos on my channel, so it's like just built up over time. Secondly, I reckon if you put in bookkeeping, finance, you know, tips for therapists in private practice, not very much is going to come up. I reckon mine is going to come up even though I was a new channel, just because I just don't think it's a video that's going to be on YouTube very much, same as like the Power Diary ones. So I think I just had an advantage there of creating a video that people would be searching for and other people won't have created. Now, I'm not an accountant, not qualified in accounts in any way, but I'm not claiming to be, and I think that I speak in a real non-jargony way. I also needed to do my own self-assessment, so I created this spreadsheet for myself, and then I used it with clients, and this one has specific categories that therapists in private practice would need. So yeah, so that's why I think it was probably one of the most populars, and it's just built up over time. Also, people watch this a lot. So whereas what I said with the 6 steps to starting a private practice, and I reckon that not many people watch like the full duration, this one, people watch a lot of it. So YouTube also like that. They like it when they recommend a video to someone and that person watches a lot of it. That gets like high approval on YouTube's kind of algorithm or whatever. So I think that's another reason why this video has done well.
Okay, I really hope you found that useful, and one of the funniest things to me is that a couple of those best performing videos are some of my earliest videos, and where the production is so low, the position I'm in, the fact that I don't even have a microphone, all that kind of stuff. So it does go to show that done is better than perfect, and you're not going to get good at something unless you practice and just do it. It's also great for me just to see how far I've come and the difference that a year and a half makes. If you're interested in what my 5 worst performing videos are, I'm going to link that for you as well, because although they are the worst performing videos, they are definitely still full of great content and videos that I think you should watch as well. I'm going to link all the videos I've mentioned in the description below, so make sure you check those out and let's boost those views even more. If you're new here, I would love you to subscribe. I post videos all about private practice admin, tech, goal setting, time management skills, and there's a few vlogs thrown in here and there for good measure. I'm on a race to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so it would really help me out massively if you could consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, thanks so much for watching.